Everyone, welcome to the online demonstration of the Ultimate School Manager. Now, USM, as we call it, is a smart tool which is designed to handle all your school affairs in the most efficient ways with the help of these modules, which you can view from here, from admission to fee management to examination, timetable, transport. All your needs inside of a school can be handled through these different logins, and these are the portfolio of 25 modules we have in offer for you. So let's visit the dashboard first. This is nothing but a snapshot of all things interesting happening in your school right now. For example, from a simple thought of a day to different events and meetings or news or some notices that you want to put up, recruitment requisitions, placements, etc., birthday reminders, etc. Nothing but like a school bulletin board. So this is how you can manage this dashboard. Also, you can choose to select or deselect whatever you want to view on your main dashboard page, and you can save the changes accordingly. Now we move on to the first module, which is the settings module. Here you can, first of all, in the institution details, you can see manage all your institution details from your affiliation numbers, your phone numbers, your email IDs, addresses, etc. You can just simply click on the modify button and you can make the necessary changes. Also, if we see here, we have an option of tenant settings. This is how you want to save your data, whether you want to opt for integrated storage where all files will be with the USM and will be chargeable as per the space occupied, or you want to select the Google Drive option wherein you will have to authenticate your Google account to store files and photos or any documents related to your USM. Also, you can give a default SMS mobile number which will be used to send messages across to all the different stakeholders. Again, there are other options which you can select. For example, if you what kind of notifications you want to send, if you want to set the SMS notification or an email notification, or you want to do a combination of both, you can select this and you can also save this for all your future needs. Now we go on to the upload signature part, where you can also upload the signatures of all the important signatories, for example, for future use on ID cards, etc. View role assignments tab, you can assign the roles. For example, if a person called Triveni Meena sits at the examination help desk, she will view all the modules related to the examination aspect of the school management. Similarly, if Rajesh Patil is the principal of the school, he will have access to all the modules that are available in this ERP. So here you can view the role assignments. Similarly, we have app menu visibility. In this, you can choose what all tabs different stakeholders will be able to view. So the employee will have access to all these. The student will have the access to all this menu. And you can save the desired changes. Similarly, the student portal will give you a snapshot of your entire list of students. Here, for example, this is class 9 and along with their mobile numbers, and you can always send them invite to access the student portal of this ERP. Similarly, for the employees also, we have the same thing. You can invite your teaching or non-teaching staff along with their contact numbers which are saved in this ERP. You can just simply select invite and send them the invitation to join this particular ERP. We also have a method of online payment. We have collaborated with Razorpay, and you can manage this online payment. You can enable what all heads you want to activate the online payments for example, for student fees or hostel fees, transport fees, and accordingly save your configuration. So this was the whole settings module. Now we move on to the manage app data. Now this module basically deals with how all your relevant data gets named or defined in this module. This module is very important to give it a common language to the rest of the modules. So for example, manage code sequence. Here it shows how you want to define all your key parameters like the admission application number, book number, etc. What prefix and postfix you want to apply to the sequence of the name headers, and you can modify these changes from over here like this, and then save the changes. You can also add new sequences from here. You can define the sequences and give it a description, and you can save the same. Next we come to holidays. You can also define the holidays in this. For example, in the year 2020, we had two holidays. We have two holidays defined. For example, you can add a new holiday. You can name the holiday, describe it, whether it is only for students. If not, then you can save the changes as it is. Working days are also similarly defined here. Whether Saturday is a half day or not, you can choose according to your school's requirement and save the changes. Similarly, there is this manage student category wherein we define the category of the student. So if there is a special category, for example, it's a staff child or a CRPF related personal's child, or financial weekly child, sibling child. Similarly, you can create different headers of student categories over here. You can define, you can make the changes in the names and the codes, save accordingly, and based on this, the fee structures and admission processes will be defined in the further modules. Now we go to the academic settings. Here we define everything that is related to our academic and subject related, class and subject related data. So here, for example, we define what is our session. Academic session, for example, when it starts and when it ends, what would be considered as one full entire session. So here we can modify the start date and the end date and activate it. Along with the description, if you want to put, there is an optional this thing. Similarly, next we move on to batches. Within the sessions, we have active batches, the session of 1920, session of 2021. So this depends upon the institution, type of institution that we are dealing with. So we have created a separate tab for batch title. For ease of convenience, we have also kept an option of copying the academic data. So just to reduce the manual work, if there are some things, some data which you need to carry forward from one session to another, you can easily do that in this ERP. You can simply select the session you want to copy from and the session you want to copy to, and select all the data that you want to carry forward from the last session. For example, you want to carry forward the subjects, the exam types, the fee structure, etc. and you can copy the data. You can copy the data and the entire data will be copied from 1920 to 2021 session. Now we move on to courses, how courses are defined. So these are the different names of the courses: nursery, KG1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can modify the names or the course details from this modify button. Within these courses, we have made class groups which are nursery, primary, secondary and senior secondary. So primary is up to class 5, secondary is up to class 10, and 11th and 12th fall under senior secondary. Here you can also modify the same. The naming of the group and the description of the group you can modify as per your school's nomenclature. Moving on to classes. Within these class groups, again we have the classes wherein we have section wise bifurcation. So every section can be assigned a class teacher here, and it will also show the number of students that every class has. So for example, we have one class 8A. We can assign a class teacher over here. For example, it's already assigned, so you can change also here, and you can save the changes, or you can click on modify, and here you can see the details of the particular class, and here also you can make the changes. So this was about, and you can also add a new class. So if you want to increase a section or something, if you have more number of sections in your school, then you can add a section easily from here and select the particulars and save the changes. Moving on, we have academic coordinators also. These are the people who assist a group of class teachers. So for example, from classes 1 to 4, you have different class teachers, but you have one coordinator who will coordinate the workings of all these classes. So these are those people, and you can define their details or add or remove their details from over here. So if you want to increase the scope of work, you can add more classes, or if you want to decrease the scope of work, you can decrease the number of classes from here also. And you can also decide the date from when they are working. Now we're moving on to subjects. In subjects, we have session-wise subjects and class-wise subject lists. For example, we go to the current session, we go to the particular class. Let's say we go to class 11. These are the different subjects that we have been created. These are the particular subjects code, whether it is mandatory or elective, theory, practical, how it would be graded, is it a scholastic subject or a non-scholastic subject, and we can manage the entire data related to that particular subject from here. If we want to modify any of these headers, we can do from here. Want to view lesson plans, you can do it here. You can easily add all the, for example, if I have this thing planned for class 6 English. If we go, we can see there is one lesson called the fishtail. It is completed. It's not completed yet. It is planned. You can view the PDF for the same. And so on. So now we're moving on to the subject stream. In subject stream, in the senior secondary classes, we have to define the different streams that a student can elect from. For example, commerce or PCM, PCB, and we can define the mandatory subjects that are associated with that particular stream. So we can modify the data from here, add or delete subjects. We can choose a name for the section, and we can save the changes. Okay, we can also add new stream. We can also add the new stream. We can select, suppose 11th standard commerce. We select the subject, we want to add one more to it. For example, we want to add mathematics. We can select mathematics and save changes. Alright, and then moving on to subject stream allocation to students. Current section, we select the class, for example class 9. So this particular student, so class 11th, this particular student can be given the stream. For example, he wants to change it from commerce to PCM or something. You can select and make the changes from here, student wise, or you can simply search the student and make the changes. Moving on to the subject allocation to students. Subject allocation to teachers. Selecting the session, selecting the class. We can see the list of subjects, and along with the subject codes we can easily assign the staff. If we want to change this teacher to some other teacher, we can always select it and make the necessary changes. Similarly, we can also upload question papers. For example, we go to class 11th and we select a subject, and then we can easily view the question papers if they're already loaded, or we can also add new question papers. We can give them a title, select a year when old, in case of old question papers, select a class that they are meant for, and whether you want to publish it now. This will automatically send across emails to all the students, and you can attach the respective question paper, and you can choose the file and you can save the changes. So this was the entire manage app data, the module for you. Thanks for watching.